Hey everybody, this is Scott and Annie's Horror Show, and this is Scott here with you guys. So we're going to be doing things just a little bit differently. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and Andy and I talked about it and thought that it would be best to take the necessary precautions and, kind of just chill back and, wait until all of this stuff starts blowing over, which I'm keeping hope that it does and that we're all going to get through this. So now on to a lighter subject. I want to talk about The Invisible Man. So The Invisible Man is written and directed by Leigh Whannell, which is very well known to the genre. Him and his co-partner James Wan kick-started the Saw franchise, and they both have went on to do exceptional work, such as Insidious, the Conjuring universe, Dead Silence. They've done so much in the film industry that has definitely impacted a lot of people in a positive way because of the simple fact that they're good at what they do. So it was very relieving to know that Leigh Whannell would be tackling The Invisible Man, which is produced by Jason Blum, and I'm a huge fan of Blumhouse. I love most of the stuff that they do. I can't say everything because they've had a couple stinkers, but for the most part, they do amazing work. I'm a dedicated fan to them. So let's dive into the story here. So as the film, first when the film starts, we see, a couple laying in bed, and the female, the girlfriend, wakes up, and you can kind of tell that she's, a bit distressed and everything. And as the scene plays along, you realize that she had drugged her boyfriend to keep him asleep while she packs up her things, turns off the cameras, and escapes the house. Well, obviously things don't go exactly smooth as escaping. The alarms are set off and everything like that. But she does end up getting away and meets her friend at a road that she's picked up by. And then you have the boyfriend that comes out, and attacks them. And, they end up getting away. And, she moves in with this guy that is willing to help her out, which so happens to be a detective, a good friend of her sister's. So as the movie progresses, we find out that this lady's boyfriend that she was trying to get away from has committed suicide, and because of this, she has gotten $5 million. I believe it was $5 million. Because he had left it to her. He was a very successful scientist in the optic world. So obviously he was doing very well for himself. And so yeah, she ends up getting the money and everything. And things start getting back to normal. She starts becoming more relaxed, until some weird stuff starts going on. Some weird stuff starts going on, and then let's see. There's he obviously messes with her quite a bit before the film starts getting going, and it does kind of have a slow burn leading up to all of this, but I will say when it does start going, it doesn't let up. It is suspenseful. It is surprising. The effects are really good. The acting is really good. Everything about this movie is just I just loved it. So eventually we realize that her boyfriend is in fact not dead, that he is invisible. So and obviously nobody believes her, and she is all of these things are happening to her that is making her look crazy. So, which, ultimately leads her to end up in the hospital and everything. And that's really when the film starts picking up. And then everybody starts realizing that she's not crazy, that this is, really happening. And, I love the way that it was made. I love some of the shots, some of the angles that were used is really, really good. And it was believable. And that was one of my concerns while watching the film was, okay, how is he invisible? Right? So, and it does explain that. And I won't try and give away too many spoilers because, I think some spoilers are good to give out and then some spoilers are not. And I think that this is one of those that fall into the category of, don't give it away. So I'm not going to give that away, but it does explain it, and they do a fairly good job at, making it believable. And the conclusion of the film is it's really good. When it ended, I was satisfied. I didn't, sometimes, especially with horror films, that's kind of where they fall short is the ending. Everything can be so good, but as soon as it ends, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? That's how they end it? But this one, I felt completely satisfied with how they ended it. And I definitely recommend it. So if you have the chance to check this one out, and especially if you're a fan of Leigh Whannell and his work, definitely give it a watch. I definitely recommend it. I think that you're going to enjoy it. Obviously everybody has their own opinion, and this is just my opinion. But I see a lot of people just enjoying this film. And even for those that aren't into horror films, I still think that this is a enjoyable movie. It's not incredibly gory. It's nothing like that. It actually has a very solid story and executes it very well. So if you guys are interested in this one, I definitely recommend it. And it's a 5 out of 5 for me. So thank you guys for listening. I hope everybody stays safe out there, and I know that we can get through all of this. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel just to be updated on all of our new content that we'll be releasing. So just thank you guys so much. Be careful out there and stay awesome.